Recording in progress.
Para hadirin sekalian, diminta semua hadirin Dewan sekali lagi mengambil tempat yang telah ditetapkan kerana majlis akan dimulakan sebentar saja lagi. Sukacita diingatkan agar hadirin mematikan atau meletakkan telefon bimbit anda dalam mod senyap sepanjang majlis ini berlangsung.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly be seated. We will be starting soon. We request for all phones to be put on silent mode throughout the ceremony. Thank you.
Hadirin Dewan yang dihormati sekalian, kepada para pempamer dan juga para peserta, dipohon untuk mengisi ruang-ruang kosong di hadapan bagi kita cantikkan lagi suasana Dewan kita pada kali ini. Dipohon kepada semua peserta boleh mengisi tempat-tempat kosong di hadapan untuk kita mencantikkan lagi suasana majlis kita pada hari ini. Terima kasih. Hadirin turut diingatkan supaya berdiri sebagai tanda hormat sewaktu ketibaan div-div kehormat dan terus kekal berdiri untuk menyanyikan lagu kebangsaan Malaysia, Negaraku.
Upon the arrival of our honoured guests, we kindly invite delegates to rise.
Mengumumkan ketibaan Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Hamad bin Hamzah, Timbalan Menteri Pertanian dan Industri Makanan 1, diiringi tetamu-tetamu berhormat.
Announcing the arrival of our guest of honour, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Ahmad bin Hamzah, First Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Food Industries Malaysia, accompanied by other VIPs.
Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri dan hadirin sekalian dipermohon untuk terus kekal berdiri untuk menyanyikan lagu kebangsaan Malaysia, Negaraku.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we will now sing the Malaysia's national anthem, Negaraku.
Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri dan hadirin dipersilakan duduk. Terima kasih. Bagi memeriahkan lagi acara pada hari ini, kami menjemput kumpulan tarian tradisional dari KL Art Group untuk membuat persembahan pembukaan.
To enliven the occasion, let us now enjoy a traditional dance performance by KL Art Group.
Negaraku
berikan tepukan di atas persembahan permukaan tadi. Terima kasih. Majlis merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada kumpulan tarian tradisional KL Art Group di atas persembahan yang indah sebentar tadi.
Thank you to KL Art Group for the wonderful performance.
Membeli pukat di Simpang Empat singgah sebentar di Tanjung Aru. Tangan diangkat, jemari dirapat, doa dipanjat, memohon restu. Bagi memberkati majlis kita pada hari ini, majlis dengan segala hormatnya berjemput Tuan Haji Tazali bin Sahri untuk memimpin bacaan doa.
We will now call upon Tuan Haji Tazali bin Sahri to recite the prayer.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzubillahi samii'ul 'aliim syaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammadin asrafil mursalin wa ala alihi washabbihi ajma'in. Allahumma inna nastaghfiruka wa nastaghfiruka imanana wa anfusana wa ahlana wa auladana wa zurriyatina wal muslimin wa amwalana wa kulli syai'in ataitana. Allah ja'alna wa yufikana fika wa amanika wa jiwarika wa yazika min kulli syaitanin marid wa jabbarin anid wa zi'ainin wa zibaghi wa min kulli syai'in innaka ala kulli syai'in qadir. Allahumma jamilna bil afiyah wa salamah wa qina bit taqwa wal istiqamah wa a'izna mujibatin nadama fil hal bi sami du'a. Allahumma inna nastaghfiruka Allahumma inna nas'aluka salamatan fid din wa afiyatan fil jasad wa ziyadatan fil ilmi wa barakatan fi rizqi wa tabatan qabla al maut wa rahmatan indal maut wa maghfiratan ba'da al maut. Allahumma hawwin 'alaina ya Allah fi sakaratil maut wan najata minan nar wal afwa indal hisab. Allahumma ighfir lana warhamna wa walidina wa auladana wa masyaihida wa walidihim wa ikhwanina wa akhwainina wa liman ahsana ilaina wal mu'min wal mu'mina bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Allahumma tim lana bi husnil khatimah wa la tahtim alaina ya Allah bi su'il khatimah. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Taqabbalallahu minkum.
Majlis merakamkan ucapan terima kasih di atas pimpinan bacaan doa itu sebentar tadi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan salam keluarga Malaysia. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Ahmad bin Hamzah, Timbalan Menteri Pertanian dan Industri Makanan 1. Yang berbahagia Datuk Haslina binti Abdul Hamid, Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Pertanian dan Industri Makanan. Yang berusaha Encik Yusof bin Osman, Ketua Pengarah Lembaga Kemajuan Ikan Malaysia. Yang berusaha Encik Jose Antonio Campusano, Executive President National Chamber of Aquaculture Ecuador dan Pengerusi Shrimp 2022. Yang berusaha Encik Shelin Maria Anthony Sami, Pengarah INFOFISH. Yang berusaha Encik Prapan di Payakun, Timbalan Ketua Pengarah Jabatan Perikanan Thailand dan penganjur bersama Shrimp 2022. Yang berbahagia tetamu-tetamu kehormat dan jemputan khas, wakil-wakil kedutaan dan organisasi antarabangsa. Yang berusaha pegawai-pegawai kanan Kementerian, Jabatan dan Agensi Kementerian Pertanian dan Industri Makanan. Yang hormati para pempamer dan peserta, rakan-rakan media, seterusnya tuan-tuan, puan-puan hadirin yang dihormati sekalian.
Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to our guest of honor, Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Ahmad bin Hamzah, honorable VIP guests, guests of honor and special invitations, representatives of embassies and international organizations, senior officers of Ministry of Agriculture and Food Industries, departments and agencies, excellencies, distinguished guests, exhibitors and participants, media partners, ladies and gentlemen.
Selamat datang ke persidangan dan pameran kali ke-6 INFOFISH World Shrimp Trade 2022 dengan bertemakan pemulihan melalui daya tahan dan inovasi. Tahun ini, buat kali pertamanya, INFOFISH berkolaborasi dengan Lembaga Kemajuan Ikan Malaysia sebagai tuan rumah bersama Jabatan Perikanan Thailand, Network of Aquaculture Centres in Asia Pacific, MACA, dan China Aquatic Product Processing and Marketing Alliance, CAPMA. Persidangan antarabangsa ini dianjurkan secara hybrid dan bertempat di Everly Putrajaya Hotel, Malaysia bermula hari ini 8 Jun 2022 sehingga 10 Jun 2022.
Welcome to the 6th INFOFISH World Shrimp Trade Conference and Exhibition with the theme of Recovery Through Resilience and Innovation. This year, for the very first time, this auspicious INFOFISH event is being hosted by the Fisheries Development Authority of Malaysia in collaboration with the Department of Fisheries Thailand, Network of Aquaculture Centres in Asia Pacific, NACA, and China Aquatic Products Processing and Marketing Alliance, CAPMA. This international event will be conducted via hybrid mode at the Everly Putrajaya Hotel, Malaysia, starting from today, 8th to 10th of June 2022.
Bukan rumput sebarang rumput, rumput penghias tepi halaman. Bukan jemput sebarang jemput, jemput memohon kata aluan. Majlis diteruskan dengan berjemput Cik Sherlyn Maria Antonia Sami, pengarah INFOFISH, untuk menyampaikan ucapan aluan. Majlis dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan.
Without further ado, I will now call upon Ms. Sherlyn Maria Anthony Sami, Director of INFOFISH, to deliver the welcoming speech. Please welcome.
Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Ahmad bin Hamzah, Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Food Industries 1, Yang berbahagia Datuk Haslina bin Abdul Hamid, Secretary General, Ministry of Agriculture and Food Industries, Yang berhormat Datuk Syed Abu Hassin bin Hafiz Syed Abdul Hafaz, Chairman Fisheries Development Authority of Malaysia, Yang berusaha Encik Yusof bin Othman, Director General, Fisheries Development Authority of Malaysia, Mr. Jose Antonio Camposano, the Executive President of the National Chamber of Aquaculture, Ecuador, and Chairman of Shrimp 2022, Mr. Prapan Lipayarkun, the Deputy Director General, Department of Fisheries, Thailand, guests of honor and special invitees, representatives of embassies and international organizations, senior officers of the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Industries, departments, agencies, Excellencies, distinguished speakers, and delegates who are present here in person, and those tuning in virtually from different time zones, exhibitors, media partners, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure and honor to welcome you to Shrimp 2022, the 6th INFOFISH World Shrimp Conference and Exhibition, taking place in this enchanting city of Putrajaya, Malaysia. Shrimp 2022 is hosted by the Fisheries Development Authority of Malaysia and jointly organized by INFOFISH, the Department of Fisheries Thailand, the Network of Aquaculture Centres in Asia Pacific, NACA, and China Aquatic Products and Processing and Marketing Alliance, CAPMA, with the support of media partners Aquaculture Asia Pacific, aquafeed.com, Hatchery Feed and Management, World Aquaculture Society, Aquaculture Magazine, the National Chamber of Aquaculture Ecuador, and supporters, the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, VASEP, and the Indonesian Aquaculture Society. It is gratifying to see such a large, distinguished gathering from every facet of the shrimp industry, confirming the significance of the global shrimp industry in volume and in value terms. There are over 254 delegates attending Shrimp 2022 today. About 105 participants are logging in virtually, while there are approximately 150 physical participants in total from 25 countries across all corners of the globe, as far as the USA and the Pacific. In addition, we have about 19 exhibitors who are present virtually, while 15 physical exhibition booths are taken up by local and international exhibitors. Reflecting on the theme, Recovery Through Resilience and Innovation, there are 7 sessions over the next 3 days. 40 internationally renowned speakers will address a wide range of issues ranging from trade and markets, aquaculture technologies, shrimp farming, traceability, social accountability, feed nutrition, biosecurity, and disease management. Shrimp 2022 will also discuss meeting COVID-19 challenges through innovation as well as growth recovery through partnerships and investments. Ladies and gentlemen, INFOFISH is the Asia-Pacific arm of the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, Fisheries Information Network, with sister organizations in various parts of the world. INFOFISH was established as a project of FAO in 1981 and became an intergovernmental organization in 1987 with 12 member countries and headquartered in Malaysia. Within the mandate to promote trade and fishery products, INFOFISH provides a wide range of marketing and technical advisory services to the industry and government in member countries. We strive to keep a finger on the pulse of the international fishery trade and to be actively responsive to the needs of the industry. Thus, in INFOFISH conferences, just as our World Tuna Conference, we go beyond to provide another forum at which crucial issues confronting the industry are addressed. There is also an exhibition happening concurrently with this forum, physically and virtually, and we invite delegates to not miss this opportunity to explore the developments being presented. Our aim is to bring you as close as possible to making a business transaction at this event. In closing, let me thank His Excellency, Datuk Sri. Thank you for taking time off your busy schedule, as it underlines the continuing support INFOFISH has received from the Government of Malaysia at the highest level. Thank you, Datuk Sri. I also take this opportunity to thank the Fisheries Development Authority of Malaysia for hosting Shrimp 2022 here at the Everly Hotel Putrajaya and making this first hybrid event a success. A very special thank you to all our co-organizers, the Department of Fisheries Thailand, the Network of Aquaculture Centers in Asia Pacific, NACA, and CAPMA, and our media partners, Aquaculture Asia Pacific, Aquafeed, Hatchery Feed and Management, World Aquaculture Society, Aquaculture Magazine, the National Chamber of Aquaculture Ecuador, and our supporters, VASEP and IAS, for their excellent collaboration in promoting this conference. My sincere thanks goes to all the experts and moderators for their gracious support, and to all participants joining us in person and virtually across the globe. I'd like to express our appreciation for the unfailing support that INFOFISH is privileged to receive from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. And I also take this opportunity to record our sincere appreciation to all the sponsors of Shrimp 2022, INB Bio, Rhinan Technologies, NECMAT, Marine Instruments, and Aquapharma Group AS. All physical and all virtual exhibitors for their kind support toward the success of this event. Once again, a warm welcome to everyone, wishing you a fruitful and constructive deliberations and a pleasant stay in Malaysia, truly Asia. Thank you.
Majlis merakakan ribuan terima kasih kepada Cik Shelin Maria Anthony Sami di atas ucapan aluan yang disampaikan sebentar tadi.
Thank you, Ms. Shelin Anthony Sami, for the welcoming speech.
Yang berhormat Datuk Seri dan hadirin sekalian, majlis diteruskan lagi dengan ucapan istimewa dari pengurusi Shrimp 2022, Encik Jose Antonio Camposano, Executive President National Chamber of Aquaculture, Ecuador, yang bersiaran secara maya dari Ecuador.
We now give the floor to the Chairman of Shrimp 2022, Mr. Jose Antonio Camposano, Executive President of the National Chamber of Aquaculture, Ecuador, for his remarks. Mr. Camposano is joining us virtually from Ecuador. Please welcome.
Majlis dengan segala hormat yang mempersilakan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues of the shrimp industry. It is for me an honor to be able to address you from Ecuador, although I would have loved to be in person and have the opportunity to share more time with all of you and be part of the program prepared by INFOFISH. In the next couple of days, we will discuss about the challenges and potential of shrimp culture around the world. Undoubtedly, the last 2 years have shaped our industry as it has happened with many others. The impacts to our economies, but mainly to our lifestyle, have accelerated changes and motivated decision-making at a pace our companies never experienced before. At the beginning of 2020, the devastating effects of the pandemic tested our ability to adapt and our character to continue operating at times when we lost loved ones for the terrible disease. At the same time, the industry had to change its mindset to recognizing that the world was altered forever and that many of the things we took for granted would only be precious memories of a past time. After the first shock of living a pandemic, our companies and collaborators immediately demonstrated a capacity for adapting, envied by many other economic activities that surrendered before the restriction measures, confines, and the enforced closing of business. While the production and marketing of shrimp was also affected by the restrictive measures of governments, it also showed a drive motivated by its flexibility to adjust to the recent times. This is how new business opportunities were presented through online sales as an alternative to restaurants, hotels, and cruises, and other food service-related channels. As the market encountered new ways to offer and consume shrimp and other products, our companies adjusted their protocols to avoid outbreaks in the farms as well as in the processing facilities. Today, these protocols remain in force, which shows that the sector has been strengthened in its commitment to offer not only a healthy protein, but also safe for our consumers. The year 2022 has been one full of challenges after 2021 showed considerable recovery despite the logistic challenges we had to face. Our economies have been influenced by three major factors that push to the limit our ability to adapt and to innovate. First, the Russian invasion to Ukraine has caused considerable increase in production costs and lacking of various raw materials for our activity. Second, worldwide inflation is affecting the consumption capacity of our customers, which can compromise the recovery of our sales in short term. Finally, confines and restriction measures applied by China due to the last outbreak of the Omicron variant in its main cities remind us that even the effects of the pandemic are still present. While all this happens, our industry still must face several challenges in which it has already been working before the COVID pandemic. We must work together to find better alternatives to indiscriminate use of antibiotics for animal husbandry, which is one of the main reasons antimicrobial resistance is expressing so much in our health system. We must devote more time and resources for science to develop as soon as possible to find substitute ingredients to fish meal, because the considerable growth of our sector cannot be a reason to put more pressure on our fishery reserves. We must work with the most modern technology possible to bring transparency to our value chain and ensure a real traceability of our ingredients and our products to consumers. They deserve to have all the possible information about the products they acquire and make conscious purchase decisions that really reflect their preferences for safer, healthier, and environmentally friendlier products. Finally, we must continue working to improve breeding methods that guarantee that fragile ecosystems in which we currently operate are not affected by our presence in those areas. All this while we reach the level of efficiency that allow us to be competitive in an economically unfavorable environment. Are you up for the challenge? I think you do. We expect 3 days of very high-level sessions. I invite you to participate in each of them with an open mind, not only to acquire new knowledge, but also to share your insights, since we aim to create higher value to all of you by collaboration. Before saying goodbye, I would like to thank the organizers, because they have worked for many months to create a space of exchange between colleagues from all corners of the world. I'm honored to welcome all of you and remind you that I'm available to discuss about this exciting world of shrimp aquaculture anytime. Thank you.
kasih diucapkan kepada Encik Jose Campesano di atas penyampaian ucapan sebentar tadi.
Thank you, Mr. Jose Camposano, for your inspiring speech.
Terbang di awan burung sekawan di atas papan batang selasih. Tampillah Tuan kami silakan bersama ucapan pengikat kasih. Majlis seterusnya mempersilakan tetamu kehormat majlis pada hari ini Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Ahmad bin Hamzah, Timbalan Menteri Pertanian dan Industri Makanan 1 untuk menyampaikan ucapan dan seterusnya buat julung kalinya merasmikan pembukaan persidangan INFOFISH Shrimp 2022.
It now gives me great pleasure to invite our guest of honor to deliver his speech and declare the event open. Please welcome the Deputy Minister.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam keluarga Malaysia. Yang berbahagia dan dikasihi Datuk Haslina binti Abdul Hamid, Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Pertanian dan Industri Makanan. Yang berusaha Tuan Haji Muhammad Yusof bin Osman, Ketua Pengarah Lembaga Kemajuan Ikan. Yang berbahagia Cik Sherlyn Maria Antonasami, Pengarah INFOFISH. Yang berbahagia tetamu-tetamu kehormat dan jemputan khas, wakil-wakil kedutaan dan organisasi antarabangsa, yang berusaha pegawai-pegawai kanan kementerian, jabatan-jabatan dan agensi MAFI, pempamer-pempamer dan peserta, rakan-rakan media, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan hadirin hadirat yang dikasihi sekalian. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all participants present here in person and those participating virtually. Selamat datang or welcome to this beautiful country of Malaysia. It gives me great pleasure to address the congregation at the auspicious Shrimp 2022 INFOFISH World Shrimp Conference and Exhibition hosted by the Fisheries Development Authority of Malaysia, or LKIM. This conference are also jointly organized by INFOFISH, the Fisheries Development Authority of Malaysia, LKIM, Department of Fisheries, Thailand, Network of Aquaculture Centers in Asia Pacific, NACA, and China Aquatic Product Processing and Marketing Alliance, CAPMA. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time Malaysia becomes the host of a major shrimp industry event of this magnitude since Shrimp Conference was first held in 1988. We are truly humble and proud to have been selected. As Malaysia rapidly progresses towards sustainable use of fisheries resources aligned with our national agricultural policy, this event is relevant and timely to Malaysia. The government of Malaysia has launched a National Agro-Food Policy 2021 to 2030, or NAP 2.0, to transform the agro-food industry into a sustainable, competitive, and high-technology sector, and to boost the economic growth. NAP 2.0 is made up of key strategies and focuses on a competitive and innovative agro-food sector, people's well-being, and a paradigm shift towards a sustainable food system as a climate change adaptation strategy. The fisheries sector is no exception in facing the recent global pandemic. It impacted the volume and the value of our output. The challenges in managing the fisheries resources will continue to become more complex as we have to strive to achieve the NAP 2.0 objective by the year 2030. Lesson learned from the pandemic and its snowball effect has sparked the urgent need to institutionalize an integrated mechanism involving agencies and ministries to improve the reliability and efficiency of the national food system. The Ministry of Agriculture and Food Industry, MAFI, established a COVID-19 mitigation subgroup to ensure the food security remains stable. 5 clusters was established to ensure the food supply remained consistent throughout the pandemic. The clusters are marketing, support agriculture, sustainable production, agricultural modernization, and trades. These efforts are implemented under the mitigation plan for agri-food sector by leveraging e-commerce platforms such as AgroBazaar Online and Necmat Biz. We also work closely with private companies by providing financial incentive based on output to fund working capital. Other strategies by the ministry includes the buyback scheme, where incentives are given to farmers to ensure to continue to produce agricultural products. The government also enhanced the speed of the internet in rural areas for online marketing, innovation in value chain and markets, as well as strengthen cooperation and diplomacy between ASEAN countries. Various stimulus packages were also introduced, such as the People-Centric Economic Stimulus Packages, Prihatin, and the Economic Recovery Plan, Penjana, 2020 to 2020, to boost the capacity of farmers, the breeders, fishermen, and entrepreneurs in food industries. Among them were funding the Farmers Organization, PPK, Fishermen Association, PNK, Mobilization Enhancement Program, and Foodstuff Logistic, Financing Scheme, Microcredit, Kebun Niti, Urban Agriculture Program, and Workforce Mobility Programs. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the Malaysian fisheries sector plays an important role in providing employment, forex earning, and food security to the country. The sector remains critical in providing food and nutrition, generate financial sustenance, and indirectly improve the welfare of the people. The per capita consumption of fish was recorded at 42.7 kilo per person per year in 2020, with a self-sufficiency level SSL of 95.27%, and with shrimps contributing 102.9% SSL from fisheries. It is pertinent to highlight that the per capita fish consumption of Malaysia is higher compared to the global average of 20.5 kilos. The fisheries subsector contributes approximately 11% of our national GDP. Official statistics from the Department of Fisheries and the Department of Statistics report total shrimp production in Malaysia reached 135,659 metric ton in 2020, from which 36% comprised farm shrimps. Nearly 90% of farm shrimps is accounted for by the white leg venami, which mostly enters the domestic market. Per capita shrimp consumption increased from 2.33 kilos in 2004 to 3.91 kilo in 2012, indicating substantial growth in supply and demand, with venami as the main force. Quick to recover from the impact of the pandemic, total shrimp export from Malaysia rose by 23.6% to 38,689 metric ton in 2021, while import increased by 30% to 35,322 metric ton. Without dispute, and as global evidence domestic market in the region becomes stronger. In Malaysia, local Vietnamese shrimp prices remain steady at 60 ringgit, 60 RM per kilo over the past 6 months. This is evidence to robust domestic demand. With the introduction of Vietnamese over the past decade, shrimp becoming more affordable across income levels. In addition, it is not far-fetched to say that the lockdown and the new norms caused by the COVID-19 has re-engineered consumers' palate and developed greater appetite for food, especially seafood, literally, figuratively speaking. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the INFOFISH World Shrimp Trade Conference and Exhibition 2022 thus comes at an opportune time. The experiences of the various countries and stakeholders in the value chain will provide valuable lessons on the sustainable management and national exploitation of shrimps, its processing, and also the trade. Centering around the theme recovery through resilience and innovation, I'm confident that Shrimp 2022 plays a significant role support in instilling awareness among the stakeholders, especially the producers and the suppliers, in the new technology to innovate their production system and to keep abreast of the market trend and investment requirements. With the impressive lineup from leading industry experts who will talk about challenges and ways to overcome them, I have no doubt that participants will benefit from the experts' sharings. On this stage, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate LKIM Malaysia for hosting this esteemed event to financial support for the hybrid venue, in carrying its role as marketing arm of the fisheries sector. I would also like to thank INFOFISH for taking the lead in organizing this platform to connect the producers and the consumers for a more sustainable and resilient shrimp industry in Malaysia. Marketing and technical advisory by INFOFISH are pertinent for the fisheries sector in Malaysia and beyond. I would also like to thank the organizers for choosing Malaysia as the hybrid venue of Shrimp 2022. I highly recommend all participants to enjoy My Malaysia experience, its beauty and attraction, and of course, our food. With that, I hereby officially declare the opening of Shrimp 2022 INFOFISH World Shrimp Trade Conference and Exhibition. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri di atas ucapan presiden kita tadi. Dipohon Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri untuk terus kekal di atas pentas. Hari ini kami menjemput dan mempersilakan kesemua tetamu jemputan untuk naik ke pentas bersama-sama Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri bagi upacara gimmick perasmian.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri. We would like to invite all the VIP guests to be on stage with YB Datuk Seri Haji Ahmad bin Hamzah for the launching ceremony.
Datuk Seri dipohon untuk meletakkan tangan di paparan skrin sebagai tanda simbolik perasmian pada hari ini. Dipersilakan.
Please welcome Datuk Seri to place his hand on the screen as a symbolic of the officiation.
Persidangan INFOFISH Shrimp 2022. Jutaan terima kasih diucapkan sekali lagi kepada Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri dan semua tetamu khas kita pada hari ini di atas upacara pelancaran persidangan INFOFISH Shrimp 2022.
Thank you Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Ahmad bin Hamzah and our honourable VIP guests for officiating the opening ceremony of INFOFISH World Shrimp Trade Conference and Exhibition 2022.
Majlis menjemput Cik Shelin Maria Antonius Sami menyampaikan cenderahati kepada Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri di atas kesudian beliau untuk hadir dan merasmikan persidangan pada hari ini.
We now invite Ms. Shelin Anthony Sami, Director of INFOFISH, to deliver a token of appreciation to Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Ahmad bin Hamzah for officiating the opening ceremony.
Dengan ini, persidangan dan pameran perdagangan INFOFISH 2022 telah bermula dan kami berharap agar para hadirin sekalian mendapat banyak manfaat dan lebih informasi berkenaan industri udang.
With that, the 6th INFOFISH World Shrimp Trade Conference and Exhibition 2022 is now open. We would like to wish everyone a fruitful conference and exhibition and enjoyable stay in Malaysia.
Majlis dengan segala hormatnya menjemput Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri diiringi para tetamu khas yang lain untuk membuat lawatan ke gerai-gerai pameran yang berada di luar dewan ini dan seterusnya bergerak ke bilik sidang media yang telah disediakan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we kindly invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Ahmad bin Hamzah, accompanied by the VIPs, for a tour to the exhibition site and thereafter to the press conference.
Bagi para peserta persidangan, hadirin dijemput untuk menikmati juadah yang disediakan di luar dewan dan persidangan akan bermula pada jam 2 petang.
For participants and exhibitors, we will take a short break and you are welcome to have refreshments outside the hall. The conference proper will begin at 2 p.m.
Dengan ini berakhirlah sudah majlis perasmian kita pada hari ini.
Yes, we have come to the end of the session.
Izinkan saya Rul Sazanan mengundurkan diri.
And I, Syamin Johari, signing off.
Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.